Okay, let's get started. Okay, so today will be a very short lab since everything will be IoT space. And before I talk about the tasks, uh, I think I know some of you are going to take the 201 exam tomorrow. So yeah, so today will be short, and if after you finish the exam tomorrow, try to start to read the final project stuff. Okay, so I think uh, the menu should be open soon. If not, I may open the menu for the final project like tomorrow, and you need to start to read through the menu and check the video on the bright space. Okay, and yeah, because next week will be final project. You only have like less than 1 week to finish it, and also you need to write the uh, report for your final project. So it's kind of a short time. Okay, so you need to um, prepare a hand. Okay. All right. Let's talk about today's lab. Okay, so basically you will just build those circuit on the IoT space. Okay, so you are going to build the rectifier and also the regulator. I'm not going to talk about detail about how rectifier work and regulator work. Basically, the function of those circuit is just it can transfer the AC signal into DC signal. Okay. Uh, yeah, and it's using the property of the diode. The diode can only work at a forward bias region. So when the AC signal is at a negative voltage, the diode will shut down. Okay, so that's how how it basically works. But you need to read through the manual to see how specific it works. Okay. All right. So basically, you're going to build this circuit. That's the circuit you're going to build for task one. Okay. And I think basically you already know how to build something in the LT space, but for the diode, okay, you just put a normal diode, and then you right click on this. You can pick whatever the part number you want. Okay, so for here you want to the 5819. So you click on this one. So that's how you made the put the diode in here. Okay. And also, if you check the tasks, the schematic in here, there is no ground on here. But you need to make sure when you do the plot, you need to make this ground. Okay. All right. So after you build the circuit, you will do some transient simulation. Okay. So you want to measure the peak voltage and the AC RMS value. So so you do a simulation. The output will be something looks like this. Okay, I will only show you for task one. But remember, you don't want when you pick the transient simulation, the time, you don't want the time too short or time too long. Okay, you want say couple or several periods, but you don't want say only like one period, or you don't want to say like too many periods. Okay, to just like a reasonable simulation time. Okay, right. So that's task one. Okay, after you get the result, you can measure the peak voltage and the ACR mass value. Okay. Right. Then after task one, you based on the task one circuit, you're going to build the circuit for task two, and the circuit looks something like this. Okay, so this is a task two circuit, and you do the same thing. You do the transient simulation and measure the output voltage. All right. Okay. And then the third task, or I mean the second task, but the third schematic. Okay, you are going to build something like this. Okay, and in LT space, you don't have the LM1117, but you have LT1117. Okay, so you can have that in, let me open the schematic. Okay, the schematic will be something like this. Okay, you're going to open the LT1117 for this plot, for this schematic. All right, and then you see here you're going to use the variable resistor. Okay, but you don't have the variable resistor in the LT space. So what you're going to do is just manually change the resistor value. Okay. All right. Okay, so after you do that, you can start doing some measurement and just follow the uh, instruction here, do the measurement and do some calculation. Okay, and let's see. So for example, after you get this plot, okay, you can do some measurement. So one way you can do is you want to let the LT space to help you to measure the average value. What you can do is you press the control on your keyboard and then click on the title of the plot. Then you'll have something like this. Okay, so that's give you the average value and also the RMS value. And also you can put a cursor. Okay. So for example, I have a cursor here. So I can see the value for the horizontal scale and the vertical scale. Okay, so that's how you let the LT space to help you to do some measurement. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think that's all you need to know for this lab. I think today will be pretty quick. Since everything is on LT space, there shouldn't be any trouble. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, I think that's all for today. So remember what I mentioned, you need to read the lab manual for the final project once you finish today's lab and maybe your exam. Okay, you only have 1 week to, or less than 1 week to finish the final project under the report. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all for today. Yeah, if you can start the experiment.